Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be playing a Nykthos Shrin To Nyx. It's going to be a historic best of 1 deck with average converted mana cost 3.5. It has 21 creatures, 17 non-creatures, and 22 lands. Now, the deck is one of the most explosive decks I have ever played, and it's mainly because of one sequence. A turn 1 mana enabler into a turn 2 3 mana enabler. So by mana enabler I meant like a ramp card, right? So you play a turn 1 ramp spell, and then you on turn 2 you play Llanowar Tribe, and on turn 3 you're gonna have 6 mana, potentially 7. Now if you have Nykthos on the battlefield and you've done this sequencing, you'll have 8 mana by turn 3, so you can easily have an 8 mana UGIN on turn 3. So Nykthos Shrin To Nyx, it's a devotion legendary land, and by devotion I mean, you can have mana based upon the amount of mana of the permanents you have on the battlefield. So we're playing Llanowar Tribe, it has 3 green. We're playing Silverback Elder, it has 3 green, Titan of Industry as well. And just a bunch of ramp, right? So the deck is very straightforward. You basically play one of your 8 1 mana ramp spells, and then on turn 2 you play one of your 3 mana ramp spells using your 1 mana ramp spell, and then on turn 3 you can decide, right? So if you play Kiora, you're not going to have access to 6 mana like Llanowar Tribe, and Llanowar Tribe is the reason that we're playing Historic. Ever since Nykthos came through the Explorer Anthology 2, Mono Green has been a tier 1 list, and it's because of the amount of mana that you can generate and the amount of power you can have very early on in the game. So we're also within our top end playing Kozilek. In my opinion, Ulamog would be a little better, but I wanted Kozilek because it's a new card. Ulamog would be a little better because it's easier to cast than Kozilek here. But nonetheless, we're playing Kozilek, and we have Hashep Oasis to support the casting cost, right? It's only 1 card, and we have 8 sources that can cast Kozilek here. We're also running Karn the Great Creator with a bunch of sideboard. Now Karn, this deck is better to be played in best of 3 since you have 15 cards in the sideboard, right? So you can, load up on cards on this in the sideboard for Karn the Great Creator. A lot of times I play Karn and I don't even know what to get, right? It's too early in the game. I don't know what to get, but it's definitely an extremely good and helpful card, especially when you have access to tons of mana. Initially, we have Portal to Phyrexia, Cityscape Leveler that we can get through Karn, and these are all cards that you're able to cast by turn 3, turn 4, depends, and let's talk about the fact that you have Nissa here as well, and Kiora, right? You have Nykthos. You tap Nykthos for mana. It gives you 8 mana, let's say, or 7 mana, or 6 mana. You can untap the Nykthos with using Nissa and Kiora to give you even more mana. So you can potentially have an unlimited source of mana. And if you have a Karn here and you have access to a great sideboard like this, you can get something really big and cast 2 big stuff by like turn 4. I've done that before, certainly with this deck, and it was insane, right? I had access to UGIN and like a Portal to Phyrexia, which is pretty insane. To me, this is what green is all about. Green is about big, beefy creatures, big, beefy top end, and ramp, right? This is exactly what green is all about. Now, we're playing 2 mana ramp spells as well, mainly because if we don't find our 1 mana ramp spells, we want some support, right? So Paradise Druid here, I'm having a split between a creature and a non-creature here. A non-creature, Willful Haven, is good with Kiora and good with Nissa, right? And since we're running Silverback Elder, you kind of need creatures to get value off of this the Elder, so that's why we're running Paradise Druid. Very straightforward, very insane list. It's just, honestly, it's been a lot of fun, and it ranked me up a lot within Historic. Now, I'm not gonna say that you're gonna win most of your games. No, you're gonna have these games where like they remove your ramp spells or ramp creatures, and if they do, just scoop, move on to the next game. Honestly, this deck can acquire wins so quick, because usually if you cast like an UGIN on turn 3 or 4, they scoop, right? I mean, they can't really handle that. If you cast a Titan on turn 3, that's pretty insane, right? So the same goes on, right? If you have Nissa and you have the ability to untap stuff and just generate a ton of mana. I mean, one time I cast both Nissa and UGIN on the same turn because I have access to Nykthos, right? And I've had access to a lot of mana. So very, very insane deck. I'm only running one fight spell, just the one. We want to trample over our opponent, and since we have UGIN, we don't really fear anything. Now, there are some things that can dodge the UGIN, but nonetheless, whenever you cast UGIN against most decks, you can exile their entire board. You can pretty much win the game off of UGIN itself. And I think I'm the only player that's running UGIN and Coast. A lot of players are running Storm the Festival, the Storm the Festival combo with the Green Cavalier. I don't have the Green Cavalier, that's why I'm running Silverback Elder and a bunch of creatures here, and to get value off of the Elder, which I do. It's been a great replacement, and I'm happy with the deck nonetheless. Very straightforward mana base here. 2 Lair of the Hydron, only 2 for turn 1 and turn 2. And then Hush Up Oasis, like I said, you know, it can buff our creatures, but it's also here for Kozilek, right? Nykthos can also help cast Kozilek, and then 11 Forests and 1 Besage. Within the sideboard here, we're running Tormod's Crypt for Graveyard Hate, Pithing Needle, Planeswalkers at Manlands, Stonebrain to exile something very important from our opponent's hand and library, Karn's Silex. You can help untap Karn's Silex on the same turn with Nissa or Kiora. Not Nissa, with Kiora, and then you can potentially, if you have a lot of mana, cast Karn's Silex and crack it on the same turn. God Pharaoh's Statue, mostly here for our slow matchups, for our matchups against slower decks, so we can tax their hand. And then Cityscape Leveler is a very great get here, and Portal to Phyrexia usually closes out games, right? So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. If you do, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. I didn't have my camera on during the gameplay. I recorded it at nighttime, and I was really tired and I looked like a mess. So I just wanted to record a quick video. And yeah, the games have been crazy, and you'll see what I'm talking about in the gameplay. So thank you guys so much for your continued support, and I'll see you guys later with another video. Okay, bye. Okay. Should we just be in top deck mode? I mean, we have Nykthos here, so maybe we can get to this Titan. Awkward hand though, for sure. We have UGIN as well. We might be playing against the mirror here. No, it's just Golgari ramping. Okay. All right. Well, this is quite insane, huh? Okay, so we have Titan next turn. They're still ramping. Okay. I wonder what they're ramping for here. Yikes. Okay. We have UGIN as well. Alright. Well. So that was a turn 3 UGIN, by the way. Sure. They might have some sort of board wipe over here. I have no idea what they're playing, but that was a turn 3 UGIN, which is quite insane. Alright, so we got Karn and Nissa. I think I might play Nissa first, then get Karn, then get something as well. I mean, sure. Alright. Play Nissa, untap Nykthos, play Karn. Alright, we get Cityscape Leveler, and play the Leveler. Yikes. And we still have... That's insane, bro. This shouldn't be legal, seriously. This shouldn't be legal at all. That's crazy. GG's. Alright. Alright, we're gonna keep this. I mean, I don't know how you can mulligan a hand like this. Honestly, like, you want to start with your 1 mana enablers all the time, right? And if this is control, we're pretty dead, but in an ideal world, you want to start with your enablers, right? Yeah, we pretty much lost here. If it's control and we don't have a 1-mana enabler, I mean, they can just keep countering our stuff here. But okay, maybe we catch a break. They're not drawing their lands. So that's really good, actually. Alright, we go for a Titan or a Nissa. Yeah, let's just slam a Titan here. Oh, they drew a counterspell off the top. That's pretty bad for us. Wow, so they didn't have a counterspell, but they drew that off the top. That's insane. That's absolutely crazy. Okay, alright.
Seek shelter in my stewardship.
Fortunately, we don't have anything good to ramp into here.
Be wary of the ground you walk on.
And they can very likely have a board wipe here. We missed our opportunity. The Fairy Time Raveler. Okay.
I am not going to sit this one out.
Gonna return a Llanowar Tribe, sure. They're trying to stall here, I think. We just want to draw something that we can ramp into, bro. That's so lame. Alright. Actually, we don't even want that to happen, to be honest. So, what we can do here is... Sure.
The land fights for us.
Okay.
Now what?
I'm not gonna overinvest because obviously they're controlling. They're about to have a board wipe here, right? Man, that sucks. We missed our opportunity here, actually. That's really terrible.
This isn't a fight you can win.
Alright, they're gonna keep bouncing this, which is fine. Kiora? Yikes. Alright, so we really don't have anything to ramp into, right? They have a 1-mana thing? Spell Pierce? Really? Maybe. Tails End. But how do you have mana for it? Oh, through Urza? Sure. Okay, well.
The land shall conquer you.
We attack the fairy with both because
It's only a matter of time.
you know they're gonna block one, right? And the Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. Okay.
Won't hide from the world.
We're playing some sort of Teferi tribal list.
Time for a break.
Alright. Okay. Alright. 1, 9. Let's see what they do here. Wow, bro, that's crazy. That's absolutely insane. Alright, actually,
Behold, nature's true power.
All in here. We're gonna kill Teferi for sure. And I don't understand how they win a single game against Aggro, by the way. I mean, look at their deck. That's really, like, lame. Like a lame build, right? I mean, they expect they can win against Aggro by just having board wipes. That's not how you win. Alright.
When the land speaks, I shall listen.
Alright, we're gonna ultimate here because I'm relying on my lands to win here. And, yeah. I mean, we'll just might as well go from here, right? They might have an Emperor, so... Doesn't seem like it, to be honest, so I'm just gonna go all in to be sure here. Just deal as much damage as possible. They might have Teferi's protection, but there's no stick that we're seeing. Our lands have indestructible now, so even if they have a board wipe. But yeah, we go for the win. They gave up. Nice. Alright, it's a mulligan for me for sure. Alright, this is an insane hand here. I guess we take one of those out. It doesn't matter. Okay, so if they don't fatal push this Llanowar Elf, we have Llanowar Tribe on turn 2. And then if we draw a land, or even without a land, right? I mean, we can, so that's a Doomscar. I can bet anything on it. Alright.
I defy gods. Defying you will be easy.
That is a Doomscar. What do we do in this case? I mean...
Let's get moving.
Alright, well... Hopefully they don't Doomscar the board. Nice. Okay. Alright, that's pretty good. No lands. Control always has some sort of problem with lands, right? So let's run out our Planeswalkers. Hope that they don't get countered.
Power surges through these lands.
Alright.
The land fights for us.
I love to make a splash.
They'll do. Oh, UGIN resolves. So that's an UGIN and a Nissa on turn 4. That's crazy. So they're just hoping to top deck a white source here, basically. Right? Yeah, they were gonna cycle to try to find a white source. They found the white source. Some scars online. Yeah, that's fine. Alright. Okay, well. Alright, so that... Let's untap this. Let's attack with the lair instead of making these lands into creatures. That way... Oh, that's 4, right? Yep. That way we dodge removal. We can even attack with the lair and the forest. But not yet. We can end them next turn if they don't have anything. They're down to 4 already, so... They put UGIN back, and that's game. Alright, well... we're gonna do the thing here.
The ocean surges, life thrives.
We don't even need Nissa. GG's. UGIN and Nissa on turn 4. absolute insanity. Alright, well, a playable hand. Not the one we'd want to see, unfortunately, but you can't get that perfect hand every single time, right? I mean, we have Karn on, what, turn 3? Because turn 2 we're playing Kiora. Turn 3 we're playing Karn. Maybe even Nissa. We can definitely play Nissa. Alright. Folio of Fancies. Interesting. Alright. So. We can run out Nissa, which I don't hate. Alright, we're gonna have to put an end to them as quickly as possible. And since that's an artifact, I don't hate the idea of playing Karn, to be honest. I just don't know what to get. I really don't know what to get. Because they're untapping next turn, so if we get the statue, it can easily get countered. So I guess Nissa is our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I guess Nissa it is, right?
One drop ripples and grows.
And then
I will protect the virtue of this world. Harness the elements.
I'm just gonna attack with the forest and play in elves. And just hope that they play something else, like an enchantment or something, on their turn 3. Yeah, they just passed. Okay. Pretty straightforward, right, from our opponent. Alright. Green. And then untap it.
Let's get moving.
Let's go for this UGIN. Probably gets countered, yep. Alright. Can go for Karn here. This disables their Folio of Fancies. We can also get Cityscape Leveler. Yeah. They might have a board wipe, so I'm not actually gonna do any of that.
The land shall conquer you.
It's kind of tricky playing against control. You just never know what they have in hand or what kind of deck that they're running, right? Alright, Hush Up Oasis. So what I can do here is just go for Nykthos here. Again, just try to spam it as much as possible. Untap it.
I love to make
Right, and we can play Cityscape Leveler. They probably let it resolve, right? They do. Interesting. We get to draw a card off of it, and it's a Silverback Elder. Alright, we're gonna get a God Pharaoh statue. And with Nissa, we can untap Nykthos, but do I really want to do that? I'm not sure. Alright. Okay, opponent had enough, obviously. It's just a ton of value for them to deal with on the board, right? I mean, Nykthos is just too broken and green. GG's. Alright, so we're playing against Kahira, the Orphan Guard. I wonder what kind of deck that is. I should know, I forgot. Triome, sure. Okay, so we got turn 2 Kiora into turn 3 Karn. It's an elemental deck apparently. Alright, I'm game.
I hope you don't mind that nature flows with vigor.
Alright, well we're doing our rampy things, right? Rampy stuff here. Portal to Phyrexia might be a good get here.
Hey! ocean surges, life thrives.
Let us begin. You will
Alright.
not threaten this world.
I'm gonna get Portal to Phyrexia here. Even though we're quite far away from it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 potentially with Kiora. Yasharn. So it says your opponent and permanents. Wait, what? Players can't pay life or sacrifice non-land permanents to cast spells or activate abilities. And they're going after Kiora here. Alright. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With Kiora, that's 7. And if we top deck a land, I mean, we're losing 1 mana anyway, right? Whether it's with Kiora. Is it worth losing the Elvish Mystic just to lose Kiora? No. Because we're gonna
Always rise again.
probably lose Kiora next turn. Alright, we need to fetch something here. Alright, how much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, huh? Alright. One, 2, 3, 4. Right. Sure. God Pharaoh statue. Right, just put them back just a tiny bit. Try to slow them down, even though they have a ton of mana here. What does this do?
You need more control. Say hi to my go get 'em.
Haste. Alright. So Karn dies. Does Portal actually work against Yasharn? I have no clue.
I will return.
Yeah, it does. Okay. Another Yasharn. 6 mana though. Alright.
Say hi to my. Hey, these little guys are great.
Well. Let's get Yasharn. Why not? Helps us get a green source. Sure. Alright. And Nissa. Nice. Okay. So what we can do here is play Nissa, obviously.
Together, we will prevail.
Untap this.
Rise, my elemental friend.
Let's get that 7 mana going. Play Karn.
I will fight on my
Getting, and that's a game, because I was about to get the Cityscape Leveler. Alright, that's a mulligan. And that's a keep. Oh my god, this Nykthos, bro. We can't cast our Llanowar tribe. I mean, hold on, we can actually. Alright. Control on the play. GG's. Probably not control since they played an artifact here. Probably just an artifact deck, right? If they play a portable hole, we're just moving on to the next game. Alright. Alright, if we put down Nykthos, that's UGIN on turn 3. So let's see how that works. Oh no. Okay. They don't have white mana. Okay. Yep. That's UGIN turn 3. Pretty good, if you ask me. That's pretty insane, actually. A 8 mana card on turn 3. sure. Alright, well, we need Karn down. Ooh, Kozilek, huh? Kozilek, but we don't have the mana for it, so... Alright, well... Let's just keep killing this Smith. Yep, Karn is really putting them out of their misery. Alright, turn 3 Karn. Let's see it. I mean, how good is that? I should really change the sideboard here. We need a ramp artifact in the sideboard, in my opinion. I think we really do need a ramp artifact. Even though I hate not starting with a 1 mana ramp spell, but oh well, right? Oh, of course. 8, bro. 8. I'm running 8. I can't even start with 1 reliably. Alright.
Our actions determine. Stand down.
GG's. Nice. Alright. Perfect hand. We have our dream opener, but hopefully we draw a better top end than the elder here, right? Hopefully we draw an UGIN or something. And Nissa would be good. Oh yikes. Okay. Alright, so that's a 1 mana removal spell is usually the end of the green deck, right? So it's just very easy to play against, in my opinion. Like the green deck, that is. Alright, we're gonna play Llanowar Tribe because it provides the most mana, even though it's a creature that can be removed, which is obvious, but...
A fight? And you think you can win? Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
I mean, what does Karn do anyway? Like, what does it do for us? Pretty much nothing, right? I'm gonna discard this elf to the Liliana here, so you can get Pithing Needle, which can be good against Liliana, right? To stop her from discarding our entire hand. But then what? Alright. We could have killed Liliana with the Hydra. Yeah, now that I think of it. Yikes. Okay. Yeah, we definitely should have killed Liliana with the lair here. Okay. Shieldred. Yeah, that's gonna suck. We have Silverback Elder, but it's really fragile to removal here, right? And I wish artifacts had something that can kill for like 2 or 3 mana, right? Alright. What are we doing, huh?
Krakens, leviathans, octopuses, serpents. Oh, I love them all.
Alright. Play Pithing Needle, just name Liliana. Liliana of the Veil, yep. Okay. They'll probably end up killing Karn, so might as well just get something out of it. I'll probably just get a leveler, right? I mean, eventually we're going to have mana. And yeah, just keep it as is for now. Can play this Elder and draw a card off of the Kiora. Elspeth's Nightmare. Okay. He killed Karn. Sure. Nykthos is a nice draw. Alright. I'm gonna play the Elder here for sure. And we drew this, so... Or... Alright. So what are we doing? Gaining life. Destroy this. There is no reason for us to destroy it. Or getting a land. I think getting a land maybe. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think getting a land just to be safe, just in case they have removal for the Elder. I mean, we're gonna have to block the Elder either way, right? Gonna get another Oasis just in case we draw a Kozilek. And yeah, gonna pass. Okay. Another Nykthos. Alright. Well. Gonna gain some life here. And that's game. Nice. Alright. 2 lands with a ton of 1-drops and nothing. Nothing else. Okay. That's funny. Alright. Well. In a perfect world, we get to UGIN. Okay, we drew another Karn. What's our opponent doing? Yeah, it's unfortunate that we had to mulligan, but hey, what can you do? Alright. Is it Mizzix Mastery? I'm kind of lost there, to be honest. Not really familiar with Historic that much. Although I'm familiar with the cards, but not all of them still. Okay, important turn seems like. Maybe Fable? Are they playing that that Goblin deck? Alright, we need Tormod script. Okay, because it seems like they're a graveyard deck. So Crypt should be extremely annoying for them, unless they abrade it here, which we crack it in response. And we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. If we draw land next turn, we have UGIN. Okay. Okay, sure. Right, so they want us to crack it. Is this bait? Alright, what we're gonna do is get this and pass. GG's. Easy as that. 1 mana hand, so Well, I mean, one land hand is what I meant to say, but now we've drawn another land. Alright, so I find it very hard to believe that we're playing against Rakdos and they don't have removal. Especially for a Llanowar tribe. The nice part is we have a lot of ramp creatures, but Croxa, yeah, that's fine. Okay, friend. Alright. We're one turn closer to UGIN. If they have a Brotherhood's End here, which I don't think they run in their deck necessarily, but if they do, then GG's. Fable's fine. So we got UGIN next turn, that's what you're telling me. Alright, they might have Bloodchief's Thirst, which deals with this UGIN, but we're definitely not gonna minus the UGIN here. We have a backup UGIN, okay. Usually just get rid of the Shaman, but... Alright. The only green player that apparently runs UGIN for some reason. I don't understand why other people don't. They rather run Storm the Festival. Which is a really alright card. Parhelion, huh? Yikes. And Sorin the Vengeful. So they're missing their white mana. Apparently they're Mardu. Or maybe just Reanimator to reanimate the Parhelion. Deadly Dispute, okay. They're digging. Trying to find that white mana, huh? Or trying to make it here with the treasure. Alright, okay. Okay, friend. Please don't surprise me. We really need a Karn. Desperately. So I can get Tormod's Crypt. Alright. Because they might play Greasefang, right, for this Parhelion. Oh yeah, they're definitely a Greasefang deck. Okay. They milled some white sources. Yikes, that's not a Karn. That is not a Karn. Alright. Well.
Ghost fire, my greatest creation.
They still, okay, they found their white source. And their Greasefang is here. Oh no, they're going for Croxa. Oh yikes, I actually, oh no, they're not. Okay. They milled another Parhelion. Yikes. It's getting scary. I just want to ultimate this UGIN just once. So that hopefully we can find a Karn. Hopefully. I find it hard to believe that they haven't found their Greasefang yet. Voldaren Epicure, okay. Alright. They're digging. Nice. Okay, so we have successfully ultimated this, I guess not, if they have a burn spell. I think they just scoop here, to be honest. I don't think they sit for it, yeah.